Yeah. Sorry, I had to fix my shirt. Hi guys, it's Mena, and today in this video I'm going to read you guys Rumplestiltskin from my new book. I got it from Half Price Books. I'm going to read you guys the story of Rumplestiltskin. If I can find it. I know it's in here somewhere. I can't. Yeah, sorry. Yep, here it is, 87. My bad. I forgot to check the... So, Rumplestiltskin. I'm warning, this may be a two-part video. Once upon a time there lived a poor miller who had a very beautiful daughter. He was so proud of her beauty and cleverness that he boasted livelong day about her. One day he even dared to tell the king his daughter could spin straw of gold. Now the king loved gold far better than anything else in his kingdom, and when he heard the miller's boast, he commanded the maiden to be brought before him. She was so beautiful he almost forgot his purpose, but soon he led the maiden to a large room about half full of straw, gave her a spinning wheel, and said, If all this straw is not spun into gold by morning, you shall die." Then he went out, locked the door with a huge key, and left her alone. The poor girl sat down in a corner of the room and began to cry, for she knew no more than the king himself about spinning straw into gold. All of a sudden the door opened just a crack, and a comical little man squeezed in. "Good day, miller's daughter," he said. "What are you crying about?" "Ah me," she sobbed, "I must die on the morrow, for I know not how to spin straw into gold." "What will you give me if I do it for you?" asked the little man. "This necklace I am wearing," replied the maiden. The little man agreed, and sitting down at the wheel, sent it round right merrily, presenting a heap of straw was gone, and the gold all spun. Then he twisted the necklace twice about his waist, stuck his little sword in his new belt of straw, and strutted away, leaving his cap for her breakfast. When the king came next morning, he was very much pleased, but far from satisfied. The more gold he had, the more he wanted. So he led the girl to a still larger room, 2/3 full of straw, and ordered her on peril of her life to spin it all into gold before sunrise. Again she began to cry. Again the little man sipped through the crack of the door and said, "What will you give me, miller's daughter, to spin your straw tonight?" "This ring on my finger," she replied. So the droll little man set the wheel whirring again, twice as fast as before, and by daylight all was finished. Then he put on the ring, and as a bracelet, capered for pride, and was gone, leaving his jacket for her breakfast. The king came at dawn, and was delighted to see the store of gold, yet his greedy heart was not satisfied. He took the miller's daughter into a vast chamber, packed to the ceiling with straw, except where the spinning wheel stood, and said, "Let all this straw be spun into gold tonight, and you shall be my queen." As soon as she was alone, in squeezed the queer little man again, and said, "And I shall have this third time for my labor." "I have nothing more," sighed she. "Then you must promise to give me your first child after you become queen," said the little man. But what may not happen before then? Thought the maiden, and as she knew no other way out of her trouble, she promised to do what he asked. That night he sang as he spun, and the wheel whirred thrice as fast as before. So when the sun shone into the chamber, all the straw was gold. The comical little man had to go out by the window, for the king came earlier than ever, thinking not only of the gold but of the beauty of the miller's daughter, whom he had made his queen. At the birth of their first child, the queen was overjoyed. She had quite forgotten the queer little man when one day he slipped into her chamber and said, "Where is the child you promised me?" Then she was in sore distress. In vain she offered him all the treasures of the kingdom, but as the queer little man tucked the royal baby snugly under his arm, she gave such a cry that his odd little heart, like dry current, softened, and he said, "I will give you 3 days to guess my name. If you can do it, you may keep the child." And he dropped the baby with a back bump into the cradle. The queen lay awake the night long, thinking of all the names she could have ever heard. The next day, when the little man came, she began with names of the 3 kings of the East: Caspar, Melchior, Balthazar, and asked him the names of all the kings and princes that lived since. But all of them he gleefully said, "Ho, ho, ho, no, 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 my royal dame, that's not my name, that's not my name." The next day she sent messengers throughout the kingdom to collect all curious names of poor folk, and when the little man skipped in, she began with Cowribs, Bandy-Legs, Skindleshanks, Shubnose, Red Top, and so on for 500 more. But to all of them the little man shouted, "Ho, ho, 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 no, no, my royal dame, that's not my name, that's not my name." The third day the last of the messengers came back weary and worn from his long journey and said, "Forgive me, sorrowful queen, I could find no new name but one. Yesterday, as I was passing through a strange wood, I saw a tiny red-footed hut, and in the dooryard there capered a funny little man who sang, 'Today I bake, tomorrow I brew, today for one, tomorrow for two.' For how should she learn, poor royal dame? Rumplestiltskin is my name." When the queen heard this, she surprised the messenger by a peal of laughter, for she knew the singer must have been her little golden spinner. So when a sun set, he came skipping in and said, "Tell me my name if you can," she asked, putting a doleful look and clasping her baby to her breast. "Is it Hans? No. Is it Fritz? No. Well, then it's Rumplestiltskin. The fairies have told you. The fairies have told you," shrieked the little man in a rage, and he stamped his right foot so deep down through the floor that he could not pull it out. Becoming more angry still, he laid hold of his left foot with both hands and jerked so hard that he split himself in two. For he was really made of gingerbread, as Rumpelstiltskins are. Oh, sorry. I thought there was another page. Okay, so that was me reading Rumpelstiltskin. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!